My child, before you continue with the business of your day, before another thought pulls your attention away, before another worry fills your heart, I want you to stop for a moment and listen carefully to my voice. I know there are many voices competing for your attention right now. There are voices of fear, voices of doubt, voices of disappointment, voices that remind you of what went wrong, what you lost, what you wish had happened differently. But today I want you to hear my voice above all the others, for I am speaking directly to you. Yes, you. Not by accident, not by coincidence, not because you randomly found these words. I know exactly where you are. I know exactly what you have been carrying. I know the thoughts that have kept you awake at night. I know the silent battles you have fought when nobody else could see them. I know the questions hidden deep within your heart. Lord, do you still see me? Do you still care about me? Have you forgotten me? My child, hear me clearly. I have never forgotten you. Not for one moment. There has never been a single day when my eyes were not upon you. There has never been a single tear that escaped my notice. There has never been a single prayer that failed to reach my ears. Even when you felt alone, I was there. Even when you felt abandoned, I was beside you. Even when you thought nobody understood your pain, I understood every detail. I saw the disappointment that broke your heart. I saw the opportunity that slipped away. I saw the relationship that hurt you. I saw the burden you carried while pretending everything was fine. And through it all, my child, I remained faithful. There were moments when you thought you would not make it. Moments when the pressure felt too heavy. Moments when your strength seemed to disappear. Yet somehow you kept moving forward. Do you know why? Because my hand was holding you. My strength was sustaining you. My grace was carrying you. You gave yourself credit for surviving, but I was the one giving you the strength to take the next breath, the next step, the next day. I never left you. I never abandoned my plans for your life. And I am not abandoning them now. My child, many people believe that blessings only come during easy seasons. But some of my greatest works begin during difficult seasons. Some of my greatest miracles begin in places that seem impossible. Some of my greatest victories begin when people think they have reached the end of their journey. You may feel discouraged today. You may feel tired. You may feel uncertain about the future. But I want you to understand something important. Your current situation is not your final destination. The chapter you are living now is not the entire story. There is more ahead. There is more healing ahead, more peace ahead, more wisdom ahead, more growth ahead, more purpose ahead. I am still writing your story. And because I am the author, the ending will be greater than the struggle. Do not measure your future by your current circumstances. Measure your future by my promises. The world may change. People may change. Situations may change. But my promises remain the same. When I say I love you, I mean it. When I say I am with you, I mean it. When I say I will guide you, I mean it. When I say I have a purpose for your life, I mean it. My child, I want you to stop allowing fear to become your advisor. Fear has stolen enough of your joy. Fear has stolen enough of your peace. Fear has stolen enough of your confidence. Today, I want you to replace fear with trust, not because you understand everything, not because every question has been answered, but because you know me. You know my character. You know my faithfulness. You know that I have carried you through every previous storm. And if I carried you through those storms, I can carry you through this one as well. Remember this truth. The same God who protected you yesterday is protecting you today. The same God who opened doors before can open doors again. The same God who made a way in the past can make a way in your future. Nothing is too difficult for me. Nothing is too broken for me. Nothing is too lost for me. Nothing is beyond my ability to restore. My child, I am asking you to do something today. Release the burden you were never meant to carry alone. Stop trying to hold everything together by yourself. Stop pretending you have all the answers. Stop carrying tomorrow's worries before tomorrow arrives. Give those burdens to me. Give me your fears. Give me your disappointments. Give me your anxiety. Give me your uncertainty. Trust me with what you cannot control. When you place your life in my hands, you place it in the safest place possible. And as you continue listening to these messages, I want you to stay until the very end of this journey. Every part has been designed to strengthen your faith, renew your hope, and help you recognize my hand working in your life. Do not rush through these moments. Allow these words to settle deeply into your heart. Apply them to your daily life. Walk in them. Live them. Believe them, because transformation begins when my truth becomes part of your everyday life. And before I finish speaking today, I want you to take one simple step of faith. If this message has touched your heart, write "Yes, Lord" in the comments as a declaration that you are choosing faith over fear today. And if these words have encouraged you, take a moment to like this message, subscribe to this channel, and share it with someone who needs hope. My child, this is only the beginning. Greater lessons are ahead. Greater encouragement is ahead. Greater understanding is ahead. Keep your heart open. Keep your eyes on me. And remember this truth today. You are loved more than you know. You are seen more than you realize. You are stronger than you think. And I am closer than you can imagine. I am with you always. My child, I know there have been moments when you wondered how much longer you could wait. I know there have been days when you looked at your circumstances and asked, "Lord, when will things finally change?" You prayed, you believed, you hoped, yet the answer seemed delayed. The breakthrough seemed distant. The door remained closed, and quietly deep within your heart discouragement began to grow. But today I want you to hear me clearly. Your waiting season is not a wasted season. Nothing I allow in your life is meaningless. Nothing is without purpose. Nothing escapes my attention. Even now while you are waiting, I am working. Even now while you cannot see movement, I am arranging things beyond your vision. Even now while you wonder if anything is happening, my hand is moving in ways you cannot yet understand. My child, many people celebrate the harvest, but few appreciate the preparation. They celebrate the blessing. They celebrate the victory. They celebrate the miracle. But they rarely recognize the importance of the process that comes before those things arrive. Yet the process is where strength is built. The process is where wisdom grows. The process is where faith matures. The process is where character is formed. And right now, I am doing a work inside you that is just as important as the blessing you are asking for. You have asked me to change your circumstances, but first I am transforming your heart. You have asked me to open doors, but first I am preparing you for what exists behind those doors. You have asked me to increase your influence, but first I am strengthening your foundation. Because, my child, blessings without preparation often become burdens. Opportunities without wisdom often become mistakes. Success without character often becomes destruction. That is why I care more about who you are becoming than what you are receiving. The world focuses on results. I focus on transformation. And the work I am doing within you right now will bless you for the rest of your life. I know there are things you do not understand. I know there are prayers that seem unanswered. I know there are dreams that appear delayed. But delay is not denial. Silence is not abandonment. Waiting is not rejection. Sometimes I am protecting you from something you cannot see. Sometimes I am positioning people and circumstances at exactly the right time. Sometimes I am teaching lessons that cannot be learned any other way. And sometimes I am simply asking you to trust me when you cannot trace my hand. My child, faith is not believing only when everything makes sense. Faith is trusting me even when the path ahead is unclear. Faith is choosing hope when circumstances suggest despair. Faith is believing my promises when your emotions are telling you something different. Do not let temporary circumstances convince you that permanent defeat has arrived. Your story is still unfolding. I am still writing chapters you have not yet read. I am still opening doors you have not yet seen. I am still preparing blessings you have not yet imagined. The future I have planned for you is bigger than your current understanding. That is why you must not surrender to discouragement. Discouragement clouds vision. Discouragement weakens confidence. Discouragement causes people to quit moments before breakthrough arrives. Do not allow that to happen. Stay faithful. Stay hopeful. Stay prayerful. Stay focused. Keep taking the next step. Keep trusting me with the next day. Keep believing that I am working, even when you cannot see evidence. My child, I want you to remember how many times I have already brought you through difficult seasons. Think about the battles you thought would destroy you. Think about the situations you thought you would never survive. Think about the moments when fear convinced you everything was over. Yet here you are. You survived. You endured. You overcame. Not because you were strong enough by yourself, but because I was carrying you. And if I carried you then, I will carry you now. I have not become weaker. My power has not diminished. My love has not changed. My promises have not expired. What I spoke over your life remains true. The enemy wants you to focus on what is missing. I want you to focus on what remains. The enemy wants you to count problems. I want you to count blessings. The enemy wants you to focus on fear. I want you to focus on faith. The enemy wants you to believe your future is limited by your current situation. I want you to remember that I specialize in impossible situations. When people see obstacles, I create opportunities. When people see endings, I create beginnings. When people see limitations, I reveal possibilities. That is who I am. And that is why you must keep your eyes on me. My child, there is another truth I want you to carry with you today. Stop comparing your journey to the journey of others. Comparison steals joy. Comparison creates frustration. Comparison causes you to overlook the unique blessings I have placed within your own path. The timing of another person's life is not your timing. The calling of another person is not your calling. The assignment I have given them is not the assignment I have given you. Trust my timing. Trust my plan. Trust my wisdom. What I have prepared for you cannot be stolen by another person. What I have ordained for your life will arrive in my perfect timing. And when it comes, you will understand why certain doors had to remain closed. You will understand why certain delays were necessary. You will understand why certain battles strengthened you. You will understand why I asked you to wait. Until then, keep walking forward. Keep believing, keep trusting, keep growing. And as you continue this journey with me, stay until the very end of these messages, because each lesson is designed to strengthen your spirit and help you walk through life with greater faith, wisdom, and peace. My child, before I finish speaking today, I want you to take a simple step of faith. If you choose to trust my timing instead of your fears, write, "I trust you, Lord," in the comments below. Let that declaration remind your heart that I am working even when you cannot see it. Remember this: the waiting season is not punishment. The waiting season is preparation, and preparation always precedes promotion. I am with you in this season. I am working in this season, and I will not fail you. Keep your eyes on me. The best is not behind you. It is still ahead, and together we will walk into it. My child, come closer and listen carefully, because today I want to speak to the burden that has been weighing upon your heart. You have been carrying too much. You have been carrying worries that belong in my hands. You have been carrying fears that were never meant to control your thoughts. You have been carrying yesterday's regrets and tomorrow's uncertainties while trying to survive today. And the weight has exhausted you. I see the pressure you place upon yourself. I see the expectations you struggle to meet. I see the silent battles that no one knows about. Others may see your smile, but I see the hidden weariness behind it. Others may see your strength, but I see the moments when you feel weak. Others may think you have everything under control, but I know the questions that keep returning to your mind when no one else is around. My child, why are you carrying burdens that I have already invited you to give to me? Why do you keep holding on to worries after placing them before me in prayer? Why do you continue trying to solve everything by your own strength? I am not asking these questions to condemn you. I ask because I love you. I ask because I want you to experience the peace that comes from trusting me completely. Many of your struggles do not come from the circumstances around you. Many of them come from the weight you are carrying within you. You replay conversations. You relive mistakes. You imagine worst-case scenarios. You worry about things that have not happened. You try to control outcomes that are beyond your control. And all of that steals your peace. My child, peace cannot grow where worry is constantly fed. Faith cannot grow where fear is continually entertained. Hope cannot flourish where doubt is allowed to rule. That is why I am calling you today to release these burdens. Not tomorrow, not next week, today. Release the burden of trying to please everyone. You were never called to satisfy every person's expectations. You were called to follow my direction. Release the burden of comparing yourself to others. Your journey is unique. Your calling is unique. Your timing is unique. Release the burden of perfection. You are growing. You are learning. You are becoming. And growth requires grace. My child, some of you have been carrying guilt for years. You continue punishing yourself for mistakes I have already forgiven. You continue reopening wounds that I have already healed. You continue defining yourself by chapters that I have already closed. Listen carefully. Your past is not your identity. Your failures are not your future. Please know that every seed you plant in this mission will grow into a torch that shines in someone else's darkness. Giving to this work through the link in the description or the pinned comment Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our Ko-Fi community, does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. Heaven moves through willing voices, but it grows through hearts that are kind. This is what I say over you now. Each gift you give is like a stream of living water that flows into the life of someone who needs healing. Give, and it will be given to you is not just a verse for Jesus. It is a living promise that shapes your future. Allow me to invite you now with a simple act of faith. Come into this moment with purpose, with honesty, and with hope. The money you give today is not a donation. The act of spiritual obedience that lets your heavens open is what opens them. Let go of your seed and see what God brings back into your life. Your mistakes are not your destiny. When I forgive, I truly forgive. When I restore, I truly restore. When I redeem, I truly redeem. Stop living as though my mercy is smaller than your mistakes. My mercy is greater. My grace is deeper. My love is stronger. There are also some of you carrying fear about the future. You wonder what will happen next. You wonder whether things will work out. You wonder if you will have enough. You wonder if your prayers will ever be answered. My child, the future is not unknown to me. I am already there. I stand at the beginning and the end. Nothing surprises me. Nothing catches me off guard. Nothing appears before me unexpectedly. The challenge that worries you tomorrow is already known by me today. The door you are praying about is already visible to me. The answer you seek is already within my reach. So why are you carrying what I have already prepared for? Trust me. Trust my timing. Trust my wisdom. Trust my love. I know the path better than you do. There are times when I close doors for your protection. There are times when I delay answers for your preparation. There are times when I redirect your steps for your benefit. What feels like rejection may actually be protection. What feels like delay may actually be preparation. What feels like disappointment may actually be divine redirection. My child, you often ask me to remove mountains. But sometimes I use mountains to strengthen your faith. You ask me to remove challenges, but sometimes challenges develop qualities that comfort never could. You ask me for immediate answers, but sometimes the process teaches lessons that the answer itself never would. Do not misunderstand my silence. Silence does not mean absence. Silence does not mean indifference. Silence does not mean I have forgotten you. Often my greatest work is happening when you cannot hear or see it. The roots grow beneath the surface before the fruit appears above it. And right now I am growing roots within you. Roots of faith, roots of patience, roots of wisdom, roots of spiritual strength. My child, stop measuring my activity by your ability to see it. I am always working, even now, even here, even in situations that seem impossible, even in places that feel hopeless, even during seasons that appear stagnant. I am moving. I am arranging. I am preparing. I am restoring. I am guiding. And I am doing far more than you currently realize. That is why I need you to stop carrying burdens that belong to me. Every time fear returns, give it to me. Every time anxiety returns, give it to me. Every time doubt returns, give it to me. Every time discouragement returns, bring it before me. Do not carry it alone. You were never created to live under that weight. You were created to walk in freedom. You were created to live with purpose. You were created to experience my peace. My child, as you continue listening to these messages, I encourage you to stay until the very end, because each lesson is designed to help you grow stronger, wiser, and closer to me. The principles you learn here are not merely words. They are truths that can transform the way you live every day. And before I finish speaking today, I want you to take one step of faith. If you are choosing to place your burdens into my hands today, right, I release it to God. In the comments below, let that declaration remind your heart that you do not have to carry everything by yourself. Remember this truth. The burden becomes lighter when it is carried with me. The storm becomes less frightening when you remember I am in the boat with you, and the future becomes less uncertain when you trust the one who already holds it. My child, lay your burdens down, take a deep breath, rest in my presence, and know that I am taking care of what concerns you. I am with you. I am for you. And I will continue leading you forward one step at a time. My child, today I want to speak to the places in your heart that still hurt. There are wounds you rarely talk about. There are memories you try to forget. There are disappointments you pretend no longer affect you. There are moments from your past that still echo in your thoughts when the room becomes quiet. I know them all. I know every heartbreak. I know every betrayal. I know every rejection. I know every painful moment that left you wondering why things happened the way they did. And today, I want you to hear my voice clearly. What broke you will not define you. The pain you experienced is real. The tears you cried were real. The losses you suffered were real. I am not asking you to pretend those things never happened. I am asking you to stop allowing those things to determine who you are becoming. Too many of my children allow yesterday's wounds to control today's decisions. They allow old disappointments to create new fears. They allow past failures to prevent future victories. They allow previous rejections to stop them from receiving the blessings I place before them. My child, that is not my plan for your life. Your future was never meant to be imprisoned by your past. The chapter that hurt you was never meant to become the entire story. The storm that shook you was never meant to become your identity. The mistake that embarrassed you was never meant to define your destiny. I see how some of you still carry pain from words spoken years ago. Someone told you that you were not good enough. Someone made you feel unwanted. Someone caused you to doubt your value. And although years have passed, those words still attempt to influence how you see yourself. But my child, why are you allowing human opinions to have more authority than my truth? I created you. I formed you. I know you completely. And I say you are valuable. I say you are loved. I say you are chosen. I say you have purpose. Who will you believe? The voices that wounded you or the God who created you? My child, there are also wounds caused by betrayal. You trusted someone. You believed in them. You expected loyalty. Yet they walked away. Perhaps they abandoned you. Perhaps they disappointed you. Perhaps they broke promises they once made. And because of that pain, you became cautious. You built walls around your heart. You decided it was safer not to trust, safer not to hope, safer not to expect anything good. But those walls that protect you from pain can also prevent you from receiving blessings. Do not allow betrayal to turn your heart cold. Do not allow disappointment to destroy your capacity to love. Do not allow the actions of others to change the person I created you to be. The people who hurt you do not have the authority to determine your future. I do, and my plans for you remain good. My child, some of you are carrying disappointment toward yourselves. You replay your mistakes repeatedly. You remember opportunities you missed. You remember poor decisions. You remember moments when you failed, and every time you think about them, shame tries to return. Listen carefully. Shame is not my voice. Condemnation is not my voice. Hopelessness is not my voice. I correct my children. I guide my children. I teach my children. But I do not trap them in endless guilt. If you have learned from the mistake, then stop living inside it. If you have repented, then receive my forgiveness. If you have grown, then move forward. Do not continue punishing yourself for what I have already forgiven. My child, healing begins when you stop looking backward and start walking forward with me. Healing does not mean forgetting. Healing means the wound no longer controls you. Healing means the memory no longer owns you. Healing means the pain no longer determines your future, and I am bringing healing into your life. Not only emotional healing, spiritual healing, mental healing, relational healing. Healing in places you thought would always remain broken. I know some of you feel tired, not physically tired, soul tired. You have carried pain for so long that it feels normal. You have fought battles for so long that you have forgotten what peace feels like. You have endured pressure for so long that rest feels unfamiliar. But my child, I did not create you merely to survive. I created you to live. I created you to experience my peace. I created you to walk in my joy. I created you to live with purpose and confidence. That is why I am asking you to release the old pain. Release the bitterness. Release the resentment. Release the anger. Release the regret. Do not allow those things to occupy space that belongs to my peace. Forgiveness does not always mean the other person deserves it. Forgiveness means you refuse to remain chained to what happened. Forgiveness means you trust me to handle justice while you continue walking toward freedom. My child, I know forgiveness can be difficult. I know healing takes time. I know restoration is a process, but every step toward healing is a step toward the future I have prepared for you. Do not quit the process. Do not stop believing. Do not stop trusting. The same God who brought you this far will continue leading you forward. And one day you will look back and realize that the very thing that tried to destroy you became the testimony that strengthened you. You will see how I used pain to develop wisdom, how I used difficulty to build strength, how I used challenges to deepen your faith, how I used broken seasons to prepare you for greater seasons. My child, stay with me through this journey. Continue listening until the very end, because each lesson is designed to help you break free from the things that have been holding you back and to walk more confidently into the life I have prepared for you. And before I finish speaking today, I want you to take a step of faith. If you are ready to leave your past in my hands and move forward with hope, write, "My healing begins today" in the comments below. Let those words become a declaration over your life. Remember this truth. Your pain is part of your story, but it is not the end of your story. Your wounds may explain where you have been, but they do not determine where you are going. I am healing you. I am restoring you. I am strengthening you. And the future I have prepared for you is greater than the pain you have endured. Walk forward with confidence, my child. I am holding your hand, and I am leading you into a new season. My child, there are moments in life when it feels as though nothing is changing. You pray, yet the situation remains the same. You believe, yet the challenge remains in front of you. You hope, yet the answer seems delayed, and slowly, if you are not careful, frustration begins to grow within your heart. You start questioning yourself. You start questioning the process. You even begin questioning whether I am still working on your behalf. But today I want you to hear me clearly. I am working in ways you cannot yet see. I'm preparing things that you cannot yet understand. I am arranging circumstances that have not yet come into view. And I am preparing you for a season greater than the one you are currently living. My child, many people ask me for promotion, but few ask me for preparation. Many desire the blessing. Many desire the breakthrough. Many desire the opportunity. But few understand that preparation is one of my greatest gifts. For when I prepare you properly, you are able to sustain what I am about to give you. I do not simply want to bless you, I want to establish you. I do not simply want to increase you, I want to strengthen you. I do not simply want to answer your prayer, I want to transform your life. That is why some seasons feel slower than you expected. It is not because I have forgotten you. It is because I care too much about your future to rush the process. A tree that grows too quickly often develops weak roots, but a tree that develops deep roots can withstand storms. My child, I am developing roots within you. Roots of faith, roots of patience, roots of wisdom, roots of character, roots of trust. The storms you have faced have not come to destroy you. They have come to strengthen what is beneath the surface. You often focus on what is visible. I focus on what is foundational. You see the outcome. I see the preparation required to sustain the outcome. And because I see the whole picture, I know exactly what you need in this season. My child, there are blessings ahead that require a stronger version of you. There are opportunities ahead that require greater wisdom. There are responsibilities ahead that require deeper faith. There are victories ahead that require spiritual maturity. And that is exactly what I am developing within you right now. Do not despise the season. Do not waste the season. Learn from it. Grow through it. Trust me in it. Because one day you will look back and realize that this season prepared you for everything that came next. You may not understand it today, but understanding often comes after obedience. Clarity often comes after trust. The explanation often arrives after the lesson has been completed. My child, I know there are days when you feel overlooked. Days when it seems others are moving ahead while you remain in the same place. Days when you wonder why your progress appears slower than theirs. But stop measuring your journey against someone else's timeline. I am not writing their story. I am writing yours, and your story requires a unique path, a unique process, a unique preparation. What I am doing in your life cannot be compared to what I am doing in theirs. Trust me enough to stay focused on your own journey. The enemy wants you distracted by comparison. I want you focused on purpose. The enemy wants you frustrated by delays. I want you strengthened by faith. The enemy wants you questioning your future. I want you trusting my promises. My child, there are things I am protecting you from that you cannot currently see. There are doors I have closed for your benefit. There are relationships I have removed for your protection. There are opportunities I have delayed for your preparation. One day you will thank me for the things that did not happen. One day you will understand why certain plans failed. One day you will see how my hand was guiding you, even when you felt confused. I have never stopped directing your steps. Even when the road felt uncertain, Even when the answers felt delayed, even when the future seemed unclear, I was there. I am here, and I will continue leading you forward. My child, the next season of your life will require greater faith than the previous one. Not because the challenges will be greater, but because the opportunities will be greater. The influence will be greater. The responsibility will be greater, and the blessings will be greater. That is why I am teaching you now to trust me deeply, because the more I bless you, the more important trust becomes. Never allow success to replace dependence upon me. Never allow blessings to make you forget the one who provided them. Stay humble. Stay grateful. Stay teachable. Stay connected to me. That is where true strength is found. My child, as you continue this journey, I encourage you to stay until the very end of these messages. Every lesson contains wisdom that can help you navigate challenges, strengthen your faith, and walk with greater confidence through every season of life. And today, I want to remind you of something important. If these messages have been encouraging your heart, strengthening your faith, and helping you grow closer to me, consider sharing them with others who may need hope as well. My child, before I finish speaking today, I want you to take one step of faith. If you believe that I am preparing you for greater things ahead, write "I trust your process" in the comments below. Let that declaration remind your heart that preparation is never punishment. Preparation is proof that something important is coming. Remember this truth. The season you are in is not meaningless. The waiting is not wasted. The preparation is not accidental. I am building something within you that will support something greater ahead of you. Stay faithful. As this awakening grows inside you, know that helping with this mission is not a joke. It is a sign from God. You can support this work through the link in the description or the pinned comment. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our Ko-Fi community. By doing so, you become part of Jesus' plan to save souls who are still stuck in fog. Every seed turns into light that fights against darkness. If you water others, you will be watered yourself, Jesus says. This is not history. It is a living promise about your future. Come into this moment with faith and a plan. What God has already planned for your life can be unlocked through your giving. Stay hopeful, stay focused, and keep walking with me, for the best chapters of your story are still being written, and I am preparing you for every one of them, my child. Today I want to speak directly to the fear that has been trying to occupy your mind. I know the thoughts that come when everything becomes quiet. I know the questions that appear when you are alone with your thoughts. I know the worries that attempt to convince you that things will never improve. I know the fears that whisper late at night telling you that you are not strong enough, not capable enough, not prepared enough for what lies ahead. But hear me clearly today. Fear is a poor guide. Fear has never created a brighter future. Fear has never opened a door of opportunity. Fear has never produced peace. Fear has never revealed purpose. Fear only magnifies problems while hiding possibilities. That is why I am calling you to stop allowing fear to make decisions that belong to faith. My child, how many opportunities have you avoided because of fear? How many blessings have you doubted because of fear? How many prayers have you questioned because of fear? How many possibilities have you ignored because fear convinced you that failure was inevitable? Fear always tries to show you the worst outcome. But faith reminds you that I am still in control. Fear focuses on limitations. Faith focuses on my power. Fear magnifies obstacles. Faith magnifies my promises. Fear says, what if everything goes wrong? Faith says, what if God does something amazing? My child, many people spend their lives preparing for disasters that never happen. They carry worries that never become reality. They create stress from situations that never occur. And in doing so, they miss the peace I want them to enjoy today. Do not allow imaginary problems to steal present blessings. Do not sacrifice today's peace because of tomorrow's uncertainty. I am already in tomorrow. I am already preparing the way. I am already working on things you cannot yet see. The future is not frightening when it is held by my hands. My child, remember how many times fear has lied to you before. Fear told you that you would not survive certain battles, yet you survived. Fear told you that certain losses would destroy you, yet you endured. Fear told you that certain problems would never be solved, yet solutions appeared. Fear has a long history of making promises it cannot keep. Why continue trusting a voice that has repeatedly been proven wrong? Instead, trust me. Trust the one who has remained faithful through every season. Trust the one who has carried you through every storm. Trust the one who has never abandoned you. I know there are areas of your life where courage feels difficult. Perhaps you are facing a decision. Perhaps you are facing uncertainty. Perhaps you are stepping into unfamiliar territory. Perhaps you are praying about a situation that feels overwhelming. My child, courage does not mean the absence of fear. Courage means choosing to move forward despite fear. Courage means trusting me more than you trust your worries. Courage means believing my promises more than you believe your doubts. Do not wait until every fear disappears before you move forward. If you wait for perfect confidence, you may wait forever. Instead, move forward knowing that I am with you. Take the next step. Then trust me for the step after that, and then the next. You do not need to see the entire path. You only need enough faith for the next step. That is how many of my greatest works begin. One step, one act of obedience, one decision to trust, one choice to believe. My child, there are dreams within your heart that fear has tried to silence. There are goals you stopped pursuing because fear convinced you they were impossible. There are opportunities you dismissed because fear told you that failure was guaranteed. But I did not place dreams within your heart so that fear could bury them. I placed purpose within you. I placed gifts within you. I placed potential within you. And I want you to develop those things with confidence and faith. Stop talking yourself out of what I am calling you toward. Stop assuming defeat before the battle begins. Stop expecting failure before you have even tried. The same God who gives the vision also provides the strength to pursue it. The same God who opens doors also equips those who walk through them. The same God who calls you is the God who walks beside you. My child, fear often disguises itself as wisdom. It tells you to stay comfortable. It tells you to avoid risks. It tells you to remain where everything feels safe. But comfort zones rarely produce growth. Growth requires trust. Growth requires movement. Growth requires faith. You cannot reach new places while refusing to leave old ones. That is why I sometimes call my children into unfamiliar territory, not to harm them, but to develop them. Not to discourage them, but to reveal what is possible when they trust me completely. My child, I want you to understand something important. The enemy does not fear your weaknesses nearly as much as he fears your faith. Because faith moves you forward. Faith keeps you believing. Faith keeps you trusting. Faith keeps you connected to my promises. And when your faith remains strong, fear begins losing its power. That is why you must guard your mind carefully. Feed your faith. Strengthen your spirit. Fill your heart with truth. Spend time in my presence. The stronger your connection with me becomes, the weaker fear becomes. My child, continue staying with me through this entire journey, because every message contains principles that can strengthen your life, increase your faith, and help you navigate challenges with wisdom and confidence. Before I finish speaking today, I want you to take a step of faith. If you are choosing faith over fear today, write "I will trust God" in the comments below. Let those words become a declaration over your future. Remember this truth: fear predicts problems. Faith remembers promises. Fear expects defeat. Faith expects my help. Fear looks at circumstances. Faith looks at me. And when you keep your eyes on me, you will discover that what once seemed impossible becomes possible through my power. Do not let fear decide your future. Let faith lead the way, for I am walking beside you. And together we will move forward into everything I have prepared for your life. My child, today I want to speak to the part of your heart that feels unseen. There have been moments when you smiled in front of others, while carrying pain inside. There have been days when people assumed you were strong, yet they never realized how exhausted you truly felt. There have been nights when you lay awake staring into the darkness, carrying burdens you could not explain to anyone around you. And in those moments, you wondered if anyone truly understood. You wondered if anyone noticed. You wondered if anyone cared. My child, I want you to know something today. I see every tear. I see every struggle. I see every hidden battle. I see every disappointment. I see every prayer you whispered when no one else was listening. Nothing about your life is hidden from me. The tears you cried in private are known to me. The heartbreak you carried silently is known to me. The fears you never spoke aloud are known to me. The loneliness you tried to ignore is known to me. I know it all. And because I know it all, I can heal it all. My child, sometimes you believe that, because other people do not understand your pain, you must carry it alone. That is not true. You never carry anything alone when you walk with me. I am present in every moment. I am present in every struggle. I am present in every valley. I am present in every storm. Even when you do not feel my presence, I am there. Even when your emotions tell you otherwise, I am there. Even when circumstances seem to suggest that you have been abandoned, I am there. My presence is not determined by your feelings. My faithfulness is not determined by your circumstances. My love is not determined by your current situation. I remain constant. I remain faithful. I remain near. My child, there are times when your pain convinces you that your future will always look like your present. Pain has a way of narrowing your vision. Pain can make temporary situations feel permanent. Pain can make difficult seasons seem endless. But I want you to remember something important. Seasons change, storms pass, night gives way to morning, and difficult chapters eventually come to an end. The pain you feel today is not the final chapter of your story. The disappointment you are experiencing is not the end of your journey. The struggle you are facing is not your permanent reality. I am still writing your story, and the story is not finished yet. My child, some of you have been carrying loneliness for a long time. You long to be understood. You long to be appreciated. You long to feel connected. You long for companionship and encouragement. And sometimes the silence feels overwhelming. But hear me carefully. Loneliness may visit, but it does not own you. Isolation may try to surround you, but it does not define you. You are never truly alone because I am always with you. When others leave, I remain. When others disappoint, I remain. When others fail, I remain. When others forget, I remain. My love does not fluctuate with circumstances. My commitment to you does not depend on convenience. My faithfulness does not expire. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. My child, I also see the weight you carry from disappointments. You expected certain things to happen. You believed certain doors would open. You trusted certain plans would succeed, but things unfolded differently. And because of that, discouragement entered your heart. You started questioning whether your efforts mattered. You started questioning whether your prayers were working. You started questioning whether your hopes were realistic. But do not confuse disappointment with defeat. A disappointment is not proof that I have abandoned my plan. A closed door is not proof that I have stopped working. A delay is not proof that I have forgotten you. Often what appears to be a setback is actually a redirection. Often what feels like a loss is actually protection. Often what seems like failure is actually preparation for something better. Trust me enough to believe that I see what you cannot see. Trust me enough to believe that I know what you do not know. Trust me enough to believe that my plans extend beyond your current understanding. My child, I want you to stop being so harsh with yourself. You criticize yourself for mistakes. You focus on weaknesses. You magnify shortcomings. You speak to yourself in ways that you would never speak to someone you love. But I want you to see yourself through my eyes. You are growing. You are learning. You are developing. You are becoming stronger than you realize. Growth is not always obvious while it is happening. Sometimes growth is invisible until you look back and see how far you have come. And my child, you have come farther than you think. You have survived things that once seemed impossible. You have overcome challenges that once seemed overwhelming. You have endured seasons that once appeared unbearable. That is evidence of growth. That is evidence of strength. That is evidence of my hand upon your life. My child, there is purpose even in the struggles you do not understand. Every challenge can teach wisdom. Every difficulty can develop character. Every trial can strengthen faith. Every setback can reveal dependence upon me. Nothing is wasted when it is placed in my hands. Not your tears, not your failures, not your disappointments, not your waiting seasons. I can use all of it, and I will, my child, continue staying with me throughout this journey, because each message is designed to strengthen your spirit, deepen your faith, and help you apply my truth to the challenges you face each day. What you learn here can guide you through challenges, relationships, decisions, and seasons of uncertainty. Before I finish speaking today, I want you to take one step of faith. If you believe that I see your struggles and that I am working even now, write "God sees me" in the comments below. Let that declaration remind your heart that you are not forgotten. Remember this truth: I see every tear. I hear every prayer. I know every burden. I understand every fear. And I am working in ways greater than you can currently imagine. Do not give up. Do not lose hope. Do not allow discouragement to take root. For I am still with you. I am still guiding you. I am still strengthening you. and the story I am writing in your life is far from over. The best chapters are still ahead. Keep walking with me, my child. I will never leave your side, my child. There have been moments when you looked at a closed door and believed your opportunity was gone forever. You prayed, you hoped, you waited, yet the answer you expected never arrived. The opportunity disappeared. The relationship ended. The plan failed. The dream seemed to collapse before your eyes, and because of that disappointment, you began believing that your best days were behind you. But today, I want you to hear my voice clearly. A closed door is not the end of your story. One disappointment does not determine your destiny. One setback does not cancel my purpose for your life. One failure does not erase the future I have prepared for you. My child, many times you focus so much on the door that closed that you fail to notice the doors I am preparing to open. You spend so much energy mourning what ended that you cannot see what is beginning. You spend so much time looking backward that you struggle to move forward. But I am calling you today to trust me with what did not work out. Trust me with what you lost. Trust me with what disappointed you. Trust me with what confused you, because I can see what you cannot see. I know what is ahead. I know what is behind every door. I know which opportunities will help you grow, and which ones will harm you. I know which relationships belong in your future, and which ones belong only in your past. I know which paths lead to purpose, and which paths lead to unnecessary pain. That is why, my child, you must learn to trust my wisdom, even when you do not understand my decisions. Sometimes I say no, because I have something better. Sometimes I delay, because I am preparing something greater. Sometimes I remove, because I am protecting. Sometimes I redirect because there is a higher purpose at work. You may not understand it immediately. You may not appreciate it at first, but one day you will look back and recognize my hand in situations that once confused you. You will understand why certain relationships ended. You will understand why certain opportunities disappeared. You will understand why certain plans failed. You will understand why certain prayers were answered differently than you expected. And when that day comes, you will realize that what felt like rejection was actually redirection. My child, stop assuming that every closed door is a punishment. Not every closed door is a loss. Not every delay is a setback. Not every interruption is an obstacle. Some closed doors are acts of protection. Some delays are acts of preparation. Some interruptions are acts of mercy. You often judge situations based on what you can see today. But I see the consequences years into the future. I see the entire picture. You see one chapter. I see the entire story. And because I love you, I guide you according to what is best for your future, not merely what feels comfortable in the present. My child, there are some of you who are still grieving things that ended long ago. You are carrying disappointment from seasons that have already passed. You continue replaying moments that cannot be changed. You continue asking questions that may never receive complete answers. And because of that, your heart remains trapped between yesterday and tomorrow. But I want you to live today. I want you to trust me today. I want you to receive my peace today. The past cannot be rewritten, but the future is still being written. And I am the author. Do not allow old disappointments to steal new opportunities. Do not allow yesterday's pain to prevent tomorrow's blessings. Do not allow fear of another loss to stop you from embracing what I am bringing into your life. My child, there are blessings approaching that you cannot yet see. There are opportunities being prepared. There are answers being arranged. There are breakthroughs developing beneath the surface. There are people I am positioning. There are circumstances I am orchestrating. There are solutions that are already moving toward you. Even now, while you wonder what I am doing, I am working. Even now, while you question the timing, I am arranging details. Even now, while you feel uncertain, I am making a way. Trust me. Not because you understand everything. Not because all your questions have been answered, but because I have proven my faithfulness repeatedly throughout your life. Think about how many times you thought everything was over. Think about how many times you believed there was no solution. Think about how many times you felt trapped. Yet somehow a way appeared, a door opened, a breakthrough arrived, a solution emerged. That was not luck. That was my hand. And the same hand that helped you then is helping you now. My child, I also want you to stop believing that you have missed your chance. Some of you believe you are too old. Some believe it is too late. Some believe they wasted too many years. Some believe they missed the opportunity that would have changed everything. But I am not limited by time. I can restore years. I can redeem mistakes. I can create opportunities where none seem to exist. I can open doors that no human being can close. Your future is not limited by your past when my grace is involved. My child, stay with me through this journey, because every message is designed to help you develop wisdom, strengthen your faith, and apply spiritual truths that can transform the way you live each day. Do not rush through these lessons. Allow them to take root in your heart. Before I finish speaking today, I want you to take one step of faith. If you believe that I am opening new doors in your life, write "God is making a way" in the comments below. Let that declaration remind your heart that your story is still unfolding. Remember this truth: a closed door is not the end, a delay is not defeat, a setback is not destruction, and a disappointment is not the final chapter. I am still guiding you. I am still working for your good. I am still preparing what comes next. Lift your head, my child. Look forward with hope. Walk forward with faith and trust that the God who brought you this far will faithfully lead you into the season that is ahead. My child, there are seasons in your life when the path ahead appears clear. You know where you are going. You understand what is happening. You feel confident about the next step, but there are also seasons when everything feels uncertain. The answers seem hidden. The direction seems unclear. The future appears covered by a cloud you cannot see through, and it is during those seasons that many people become afraid. They become discouraged. They become impatient. They begin doubting themselves, and sometimes they even begin doubting me. But my child, those uncertain seasons are often the moments when your faith grows the most. Anyone can trust when they can see the entire path. Anyone can believe when every answer is visible. Anyone can remain confident when circumstances make sense. But true faith develops when you choose to trust me despite uncertainty. True faith develops when you continue walking, even when you cannot see far ahead. True faith develops when you place your confidence in me, rather than in your own understanding. My child, I know you want answers. I know you want clarity. I know you want certainty. I know you would like me to reveal every detail about your future. But if I showed you every step today, you would not need faith tomorrow, and faith is one of the greatest gifts I'm developing within you. Faith teaches you dependence. Faith teaches you trust. Faith teaches you patience. Faith teaches you to rely on my wisdom rather than your own. That is why I sometimes reveal the next step without revealing the entire journey, because I want you to walk with me, not merely follow a map. My child, think about how many times you worried about situations that eventually worked out. Think about how many nights you spent anxious over things that never happened. Think about how many fears consumed your thoughts, only to disappear later. You spent so much energy worrying about outcomes that never became reality. And while you were worrying, I was already working. I was already preparing answers. I was already arranging circumstances. I was already making a way. My child, do not let uncertainty convince you that I am absent. I am just as present in unclear seasons as I am in clear ones. I am just as active in waiting seasons as I am in breakthrough seasons. I am just as faithful during delays as I am during victories. My faithfulness does not change because your circumstances change. I remain constant. I remain trustworthy. I remain near. That is why you must not allow uncertainty to produce fear. Let uncertainty produce dependence. Let it remind you that you need me. Let it draw you closer to my presence. Let it strengthen your prayer life. Let it deepen your trust. Because the closer you walk with me, the less frightening the unknown becomes. My child, some of you are standing at a crossroads right now. You are trying to make an important decision. You are praying for direction. You are asking me to show you the right path. And because you do not yet have every answer, frustration is beginning to grow. But listen carefully. You do not need to know everything today. You only need enough wisdom for today's step. Tomorrow's wisdom will arrive tomorrow. Tomorrow's grace will arrive tomorrow. Tomorrow's strength will arrive tomorrow. Focus on today's obedience. Focus on today's faithfulness. Focus on today's responsibilities. Many people become overwhelmed because they try to carry tomorrow's concerns while still living in today. My child, stay where I have placed you. Trust me for today, and I will provide what you need for tomorrow. I have never asked you to carry the entire future on your shoulders. That responsibility belongs to me. You are responsible for obedience. I am responsible for outcomes. You are responsible for faithfulness. I am responsible for provision. You are responsible for trust. I am responsible for guidance. That is why you can rest. Not because every answer is visible, but because the one leading you is trustworthy. My child, I also want you to understand that uncertainty often prepares you for greater intimacy with me. When everything is going according to your plan, it is easy to become self-reliant. When every answer is obvious, it is easy to depend upon your own understanding. But when the path becomes unclear, you begin seeking my voice more carefully. You begin praying more deeply. You begin listening more closely. You begin depending upon me more completely. And through that process, your relationship with me grows stronger. That is one of the hidden blessings of uncertain seasons. They teach you to walk by faith rather than by sight. My child, there is another truth I want you to remember. You are about to enter your divine future. Remember that this message does not end with you. People can use your breakthrough to get where they need to go through the link in the description or the pinned comment. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our Ko-Fi community, you can help this mission. By doing so, you are sowing into the awakening, deliverance, and restoration of souls who are still trapped in darkness. This is not poetry when Jesus says, "Give, and heaven will open over you." Every seed you plant turns into oil for your destiny, fire for your calling, and safety for your family. Now is your time, my child. Have faith, and as you do, watch God multiply what you let go of. Not knowing everything is not weakness. Waiting for direction is not failure. Seeking wisdom is not confusion. Sometimes the wisest thing you can do is pause, pray, and trust me. Do not allow pressure to force decisions that require patience. Do not allow fear to rush what requires wisdom. Do not allow impatience to destroy what trust is building. My timing is just as important as my direction, and when the time is right, I will make the path clear. I know exactly how to guide you. I know exactly how to open doors. I know exactly how to reveal the next step. Nothing about your future is confusing to me. The path may be unclear to you, but it is perfectly visible to me. My child, continue staying with me throughout this journey, because each message contains wisdom that can strengthen your faith, deepen your trust, and help you apply my truth to the challenges of everyday life. The lessons you are learning now will help you navigate future seasons with greater peace and confidence. Before I finish speaking today, I want you to take a step of faith if you are choosing to trust me. Even when you cannot see the entire path, write "I will walk by faith" in the comments below. Let that declaration remind your heart that faith grows strongest when sight is limited. Remember this truth: you do not have to know everything. You do not have to understand everything. You do not have to control everything. You only need to trust the one who does. I see the path. I know the future. I understand the purpose, and I am leading you every step of the way. Keep walking, my child. Keep trusting. Keep believing, for even when you cannot see the way, I am already making one. My child, today I want you to listen with an open heart, because many of you have been standing on the edge of giving up. You have prayed for so long that you are tired. You have waited for so long that you are weary. You have believed for so long that discouragement has started whispering to your heart. You look at your circumstances and wonder whether anything will ever change. You wonder whether your prayers are making a difference. You wonder whether your breakthrough will ever come. But my child, hear me carefully. Do not quit now. Do not surrender now. Do not lose hope now, because many times the greatest breakthroughs come just before people decide to stop believing. The enemy wants you to quit before the answer arrives. The enemy wants you to walk away before the door opens. The enemy wants you to stop praying before the miracle begins. But I'm telling you today to remain faithful, remain hopeful, remain confident in my promises, because I am still working, even when you cannot see it, even when you cannot feel it, even when circumstances suggest otherwise. I am still moving behind the scenes. My child, there are things happening right now that you cannot yet see. Conversations are taking place. Doors are being prepared. Opportunities are developing. People are being positioned. Circumstances are shifting. Answers are moving closer. And although none of this may be visible to you today, it is visible to me. That is why I need you to trust me. Not only when the evidence appears, not only when the results arrive, but even before you see them. Faith believes before it sees. Faith trusts before it understands. Faith continues moving forward, even when progress seems invisible. My child, think about a seed planted beneath the ground. For a period of time, nothing appears to happen. The surface looks unchanged. The soil appears untouched, but beneath that surface, growth is occurring. Roots are developing, life is emerging, preparation is taking place, and eventually what was invisible becomes visible. The same is true in many areas of your life. Just because you cannot see movement does not mean movement is absent. Just because you cannot see progress does not mean progress has stopped. Just because you cannot see the answer does not mean the answer is not coming. Trust the process. Trust my timing. Trust my wisdom. My child, some of you have allowed disappointment to reduce your expectations. You no longer pray with confidence. You no longer hope with enthusiasm. You no longer dream with excitement. You have become cautious because you fear being disappointed again. But I want you to lift your expectations, not because circumstances deserve your confidence, because I do. Not because everything is perfect, because I remain faithful. Do not let past disappointments convince you that future blessings are impossible. Your past does not control my power. Your previous setbacks do not limit my ability. Your disappointments do not cancel my promises. I am still the God who opens doors. I am still the God who restores. I am still the God who provides. I am still the God who makes a way where none seems to exist. My child, sometimes your breakthrough does not arrive in the form you expected. Sometimes I answer prayers differently than you imagined. Sometimes I exceed your expectations in ways you never considered. That is why you must trust not only my ability, but also my wisdom. Do not become so attached to your plan that you miss my purpose. Do not become so focused on one door that you overlook another. Do not become so committed to your expectations that you fail to recognize my blessings. Remain open to my leading. Remain sensitive to my direction. Remain willing to follow where I guide, because my plans are always greater than your fears. My child, there are also moments when breakthroughs begin internally before they become visible externally. Sometimes I heal your heart before I change your circumstances. Sometimes I strengthen your faith before I open the door. Sometimes I develop your character before I increase your influence. Do not underestimate these internal victories. A peaceful heart is a breakthrough. A renewed mind is a breakthrough. A restored relationship is a breakthrough. Freedom from fear is a breakthrough. Growth in faith is a breakthrough. The external blessing often follows the internal transformation. And I am working on both. My child, continue standing firm, continue believing, continue praying, continue trusting. Do not allow temporary difficulties to make permanent decisions. Do not allow a difficult season to convince you that the future is hopeless. This chapter is not the end. This struggle is not the conclusion. This delay is not the final answer. I am still writing your story, and I have not finished. My child, as you continue listening to these messages, stay with me until the very end of this journey. Every lesson is designed to strengthen your faith, bring peace to your heart, and help you apply spiritual wisdom to your everyday life. What you learn today can help shape the future you walk into tomorrow. And if these messages have encouraged your heart, strengthened your faith, and helped you draw closer to me, consider sharing them with someone who may need hope and encouragement today. My child, before I finish speaking today, I want you to take a step of faith. If you believe that your breakthrough is closer than it appears, write "My breakthrough is coming" in the comments below. Let that declaration become a reminder that I am still working on your behalf. Remember this truth: You may not see everything I am doing. You may not understand every detail. You may not know how the answer will arrive. But you can know this: I am faithful. I am working. I am guiding. I am providing. And I am bringing you closer to the breakthrough you have been praying for. Do not give up now, my child. Keep believing. Keep trusting. Keep walking forward. For the season ahead holds more than you can currently imagine. And I am preparing you to receive it. My child, today I want to speak to the places in your life where loss has left its mark. I know there are things you miss. I know there are seasons you wish had turned out differently. I know there are dreams you once held tightly that now seem distant. I know there are opportunities that slipped away, relationships that changed, plans that failed, and moments you wish you could revisit. And because of those losses, there are times when you wonder whether certain things can ever be restored. You wonder whether the joy you once felt will return. You wonder whether the peace you once knew can be experienced again. You wonder whether the future can truly be better than the past. My child, listen carefully. I am the God of restoration. I do not merely repair. I restore. I do not merely replace. I renew. I do not merely rebuild. I transform. What appears impossible to you is not impossible to me. What appears permanently broken to you is not permanently broken to me. What appears beyond recovery to you remains fully within my power. My child, there are times when loss convinces people that their best days are behind them. They begin looking backward more than forward. They spend more time remembering what was than anticipating what can be. And slowly hope begins to fade. But I want you to understand something important. Your future is not limited by what you lost. Your future is shaped by what I am able to do. And my ability has no limits. The loss may have been real. The disappointment may have been painful. The wound may have been deep, but none of those things are greater than my power to restore. My child, restoration does not always mean returning things exactly as they were. Sometimes my restoration is greater than your original expectation. Sometimes I replace what was lost with something better. Sometimes I lead you into opportunities that would never have existed without the previous disappointment. Sometimes I create new blessings from old heartbreaks. That is why you must trust me, even when you do not fully understand the process. Trust that I know what I am doing. Trust that I see what you cannot see. Trust that I understand what is best for your future. My child, some of you are grieving lost time. You feel as though years have been wasted. You look back and think about opportunities you missed. You think about mistakes you made. You think about seasons that did not go as planned. And you wonder whether it is too late, but hear me clearly. It is not too late. I am not limited by the years you think you lost. I can redeem time. I can restore purpose. I can create opportunities that exceed what you thought was possible. Your story is not over because you made mistakes. Your future is not finished because previous plans failed. I am still writing your story, and I am very good at writing new chapters. My child, some of you are grieving relationships. You trusted people who disappointed you. You invested your heart in people who walked away. You expected loyalty and received betrayal. You expected support and experienced rejection. And because of that pain, you become hesitant to trust again. But do not allow one painful chapter to convince you that every future chapter will be the same. Not everyone will leave. Not every relationship will fail. Not every connection will end in disappointment. Continue walking with wisdom. Continue trusting my guidance. And allow me to heal the wounds that others created. My child, I am also restoring confidence in some of you. Life has been difficult. The battles have been exhausting. The setbacks have been discouraging. And somewhere along the way, your confidence diminished. You stopped believing in yourself. You stopped expecting good things. You stopped seeing possibilities. But I am renewing your confidence, not confidence rooted in pride, confidence rooted in faith, confidence rooted in my promises, confidence rooted in my presence, confidence rooted in the truth that I am with you. When I am with you, there is always reason to hope. When I am with you, there is always reason to move forward. When I am with you, there is always reason to keep believing. My child, I want you to stop focusing solely on what has been lost and start paying attention to what remains. You still have purpose. You still have value. You still have gifts. You still have opportunities ahead. You still have breath in your lungs. You still have a future. And most importantly, you still have me. As long as I am with you, hope remains alive. As long as I am with you, restoration remains possible. As long as I am with you, your story remains unfinished. Do not underestimate what I can do with what remains. A small beginning in my hands can become something extraordinary. A wounded heart in my hands can become a source of encouragement for others. A difficult testimony in my hands can become a message of hope. A painful experience in my hands can become wisdom that blesses many people. Nothing is wasted when it is surrendered to me. Nothing, my child. Continue staying with me through this journey, because every lesson is designed to strengthen your faith, renew your hope, and help you apply my truth to the challenges you face each day. The principles you are learning now can shape the direction of your future. Before I finish speaking today, I want you to take a step of faith. If you believe that I am restoring what has been broken in your life, write "God is restoring me" in the comments below. Let that declaration remind your heart that your best days are not behind you. Remember this truth: what was lost is not beyond my reach. What was broken is not beyond my repair. What was damaged is not beyond my restoration. I am still working. I am still healing. I am still rebuilding. And I am still preparing a future filled with hope, purpose, and blessing. Lift your eyes, my child. The story is not over. The restoration has already begun. And what I am preparing ahead of you will be worth every step of the journey. My child, today I want to speak to the way you see yourself, because many of you have spent years believing things about yourselves that I never said. You have listened to the opinions of people more than you have listened to my truth. You have allowed criticism to become your identity. You have allowed rejection to shape your confidence. You have allowed failure to define your worth. And because of that, you often walk through life carrying a burden I never intended for you to carry. The burden of feeling inadequate, the burden of feeling unworthy, the burden of believing you are not enough. But my child, listen carefully. You are not who your mistakes say you are. You are not who your fears say you are. You are not who your failures say you are. You are not even who other people say you are. You are who I say you are, and my opinion of you has never changed. I knew every mistake you would make before you made it. I knew every weakness you would struggle with. I knew every battle you would face. I knew every moment when you would doubt yourself, and even knowing all of that, I still chose you. I still loved you. I still called you by name. I still created a purpose for your life. My child, if I wanted perfection before using someone, very few people would ever be used. I have always worked through imperfect people, people who doubted, people who struggled, people who failed, people who fell down and had to get back up. Yet I used them because my power is not limited by human weakness. Too many people believe they must become perfect before they can walk in purpose. But growth happens while walking with me. Strength develops while trusting me. Wisdom increases while following me. Please know that every seed you plant in this mission will grow into a torch that shines in someone else's darkness. Giving to this work through the link in the description or the pinned comment. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our Ko-Fi community, does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. Heaven moves through willing voices, but it grows through hearts that are kind. This is what I say over you now. Each gift you give is like a stream of living water that flows into the life of someone who needs healing. Give, and it will be given to you is not just a verse for Jesus. It is a living promise that shapes your future. Allow me to invite you now with a simple act of faith. Come into this moment with purpose, with honesty, and with hope. The money you give today is not a donation. The act of spiritual obedience that lets your heavens open is what opens them. Let go of your seed and see what God brings back into your life. You do not have to have everything figured out before I can work through your life. You simply need a willing heart. My child, I know there are times when comparison steals your confidence. You look at someone else's success and feel discouraged. You look at someone else's gifts and feel inadequate. You look at someone else's progress and begin questioning your own value. But why compare what I am doing in your life to what I am doing in theirs? I created them differently. I designed them differently. I assigned them differently. And I created you differently too. A flower does not compete with a tree. A river does not compete with a mountain. Each fulfills the purpose for which it was created. And so must you. Stop measuring your worth against someone else's journey. Stop comparing your beginning to someone else's middle. Stop comparing your private struggles to someone else's public victories. Focus on the path I have given you. Focus on the gifts I have placed within you. Focus on the purpose I have designed specifically for your life. My child, there are gifts within you that have not yet been fully developed. There is wisdom within you that has not yet been fully revealed. There is strength within you that has not yet been fully tested. There is potential within you that has not yet been fully discovered. Do not underestimate what I can do through a life surrendered to me. Some of the greatest things I will accomplish through you have not happened yet. Some of the most meaningful chapters of your story have not been written yet. Some of the people you will encourage have not even met you yet. Some of the lives you will impact have not yet crossed your path. That is why you must stop speaking negatively about yourself. The words you repeat become the beliefs you strengthen, and the beliefs you strengthen influence the direction of your life. Instead of focusing on your weaknesses, focus on my strength. Instead of focusing on your limitations, focus on my ability. Instead of focusing on your failures, focus on my faithfulness. My child, I want you to understand that confidence rooted in me is not pride. Pride says, I can do everything by myself. Faith says, with God, I can do what He calls me to do. There is a difference. I do not want you to walk in arrogance. I want you to walk in confidence. Confidence that comes from knowing who walks beside you. Confidence that comes from knowing who guides you. Confidence that comes from knowing who empowers you. When you truly understand that I am with you, many fears lose their power. Many doubts lose their influence. Many insecurities lose their control, because you begin seeing yourself through my eyes rather than through the lens of fear. My child, some of you are still allowing old labels to control your future. Perhaps someone called you weak. Perhaps someone called you a failure. Perhaps someone convinced you that you would never amount to much. And even though years have passed, those labels still echo in your mind. But today I want you to remove those labels. Those labels did not come from me. I did not call you hopeless. I did not call you worthless. I did not call you forgotten. I called you loved. I called you chosen. I called you valuable. I called you mine. And my voice carries greater authority than every other voice. My child, I need you to believe what I say about you, not because positive thinking changes everything, but because truth changes everything. And my truth is greater than your doubts. My truth is greater than your fears. My truth is greater than your past. My truth is greater than every lie that has tried to take root in your heart. Continue walking with me through this journey, because every lesson is designed to help you grow stronger in faith, wiser in your decisions, and more confident in the purpose I have placed upon your life. Before I finish speaking today, I want you to take a step of faith. If you are choosing to believe my truth about your life, write "I am who God says I am" in the comments below. Let that declaration become a reminder of your true identity. Remember this truth: you are not forgotten. You are not disqualified. You are not defeated. You are not without purpose. You are loved. You are chosen. You are valuable. And you are capable of far more than you currently realize, because I am working within you. Walk forward with confidence, my child. Not confidence in yourself alone. Confidence in the God who created you, loves you, and has called you for a purpose that is greater than your fears. And as long as I am with you, there is always reason to move forward. My child, today I want to speak to your mind, because many battles in your life are not happening around you. They are happening within you. The enemy knows that if he can control your thoughts, he can influence your emotions. If he can influence your emotions, he can affect your decisions. And if he can affect your decisions, he can distract you from the purpose I have prepared for you. That is why so many attacks begin in the mind. Fear begins as a thought. Doubt begins as a thought. Discouragement begins as a thought. Hopelessness begins as a thought. The enemy rarely starts with destruction. He starts with deception. He whispers lies and waits to see if you will believe them. He tells you that nothing will change. He tells you that your prayers are ineffective. He tells you that your future is hopeless. He tells you that your mistakes are too great. He tells you that you are alone. He tells you that I have forgotten you. But my child, those lies only gain power when you accept them as truth. That is why you must guard your mind carefully. Not every thought deserves your attention. Not every fear deserves your agreement. Not every worry deserves your focus. Some thoughts must be rejected immediately. Some fears must be replaced with faith. Some lies must be confronted with truth. My child, you cannot constantly feed fear and expect peace to grow. You cannot constantly meditate on problems and expect confidence to increase. You cannot constantly focus on darkness and expect to walk in light. What you repeatedly focus on will influence the condition of your heart. That is why I want you to focus on my promises, focus on my faithfulness, focus on the victories I have already brought into your life. Focus on the prayers I have already answered. Focus on the blessings that are already present. The enemy wants you to magnify problems. I want you to magnify my presence. The enemy wants you to count obstacles. I want you to remember my power. The enemy wants you to live in anxiety about tomorrow. I want you to trust me one day at a time. My child, peace is not the absence of problems. Peace is the presence of trust. There will always be challenges in life. There will always be uncertainties. There will always be situations beyond your control. But your peace does not come from controlling everything. Your peace comes from knowing that I am in control. When you truly believe that I am guiding your steps, fear begins losing its grip. When you truly believe that I am working for your good, worry begins losing its influence. When you truly believe that I am with you, loneliness begins losing its power. That is why trust is so important. Trust changes how you see challenges. Trust changes how you respond to uncertainty. Trust changes how you handle waiting seasons. My child, some of you wake up every morning already carrying anxiety. Before the day even begins, your mind is racing. You think about responsibilities. You think about finances. You think about relationships. You think about problems that need solutions. And before long, your heart feels heavy. But hear me clearly. You were never meant to start each day carrying that weight. Start your day with me. Bring your concerns to me. Bring your worries to me. Bring your fears to me. Do not carry them throughout the day, when I have already invited you to place them in my hands. The more time you spend in my presence, the stronger your peace becomes. The more you focus on my truth, the weaker fear becomes. The more you trust my promises, the less control anxiety has over your life. My child, there are battles you cannot win through worry. There are problems you cannot solve through fear. There are situations you cannot control through anxiety. Worrying about a problem does not create a solution. Fearing tomorrow does not improve tomorrow. Anxiety does not increase your ability to handle life. But trust changes everything. Trust opens your heart to my peace. Trust strengthens your faith. Trust allows you to rest while I work. My child, there will always be voices trying to distract you. Voices from the world, voices from fear, voices from disappointment, voices from your past. But above all those voices, I want you to hear mine. My voice says you are loved. My voice says you are not alone. My voice says I am working. My voice says your future still has purpose. My voice says your best days are not behind you. My voice says I am faithful. And my child, my voice is the one you should believe. Do not allow temporary emotions to become permanent beliefs. Emotions change, circumstances change, situations change. But my truth remains, my promises remain, my faithfulness remains, my love remains. My child, as you continue listening to these messages, stay with me until the very end, because every lesson is designed to help you build a stronger foundation for your life. The wisdom you gain today can help you overcome challenges tomorrow. Before I finish speaking today, I want you to take a step of faith. If you are choosing to protect your peace and trust me more deeply, write "My peace is in God" in the comments below. Let that declaration become a reminder whenever fear tries to return. Remember this truth. You do not have to believe every thought that enters your mind. You do not have to accept every fear that appears. You do not have to surrender to anxiety. You can choose faith. You can choose trust. You can choose peace. And when you choose to keep your eyes on me, you will discover a peace that the world cannot give and cannot take away. Rest in that peace today, my child. I am watching over you. I am guiding you, and I am holding your future securely in my hands, my child. I know there are moments when you ask me why certain battles have lasted so long. You pray for relief. You pray for answers. You pray for the burden to become lighter. And sometimes you wonder why the challenge remains. You wonder why the road has been difficult. You wonder why the struggle continues. But today I want you to listen carefully. The battle you are facing is not only testing you, it is developing you. There are strengths within you that could never be developed without resistance. There is wisdom within you that could never be gained without experience. There is faith within you that could never mature without challenges. My child, you often ask me to remove mountains, yet sometimes I use mountains to teach you how strong you truly are. You ask me to remove obstacles, yet sometimes obstacles reveal abilities you never knew existed. You ask me to end the battle, yet sometimes the battle is preparing you for a greater assignment ahead. I know that is not always easy to understand. I know it is not always comfortable. But growth rarely happens in comfort. Growth happens when faith is stretched. Growth happens when trust is tested. Growth happens when you continue moving forward despite uncertainty. My child, look back at your life for a moment. Think about the hardest seasons you have faced. Think about the moments you believed you would never recover. Think about the situations that seemed impossible. At the time they felt overwhelming. At the time they felt unbearable. At the time they felt endless. Yet today you can see that those experiences changed you. They made you stronger. They made you wiser. They made you more compassionate. They taught you lessons that comfort never could. The battle did not destroy you. It developed you. And the same is true for the season you are facing now. My child, some of the strongest people are not those who never faced difficulty. They are the people who continued trusting me through difficulty. Strength is not the absence of struggle. Strength is remaining faithful in the middle of struggle. Strength is choosing hope when circumstances suggest despair. Strength is choosing obedience when emotions suggest giving up. Strength is continuing to believe when results are not yet visible. And my child, I see that strength growing within you. You may not notice it every day. You may still feel weak at times. You may still have moments of discouragement. But you are stronger than you realize. Every challenge you have overcome has added strength to your foundation. Every trial you have survived has increased your endurance. Every difficult season has expanded your capacity to trust me. Nothing has been wasted. Nothing. My child, the enemy wants you to believe that your struggles are evidence of failure. But many times struggles are evidence of growth. The enemy wants you to believe that challenges mean you are moving backward. But often challenges appear because you are moving forward. The enemy wants you to interpret resistance as defeat. But resistance often appears when progress is being made. Do not misinterpret the battle. Do not assume that difficulty means abandonment. Do not assume that pressure means punishment. Many times pressure is preparation. Many times resistance is refinement. Many times challenges are creating the very qualities you will need in the future. My child, there are blessings ahead that require greater strength. There are responsibilities ahead that require greater wisdom. There are opportunities ahead that require greater maturity. There are assignments ahead that require deeper faith. And because I love you, I am preparing you now. Preparation is not always comfortable, but it is always valuable. The athlete trains before the competition. The builder prepares the foundation before constructing the house. The farmer prepares the soil before expecting a harvest. And I prepare my children before releasing them into greater seasons. That is exactly what I am doing in your life. Even when you do not understand it, even when you do not see the full picture, even when the process feels difficult, I am preparing you. My child, stop measuring your progress only by visible results. Not all growth can be seen immediately. Some growth happens internally. Some growth happens in your character. Some growth happens in your faith. Some growth happens in your thinking. And these forms of growth are often the most important. A stronger heart is progress. Greater wisdom is progress. Deeper faith is progress. More patience is progress. A closer relationship with me is progress. Do not overlook what I am doing inside you, while waiting for something to happen around you. My child, I also want you to remember that you do not fight your battles alone. Too often you act as though everything depends on you. Too often you carry burdens that belong to me. Too often you try to solve problems through your own strength alone. But I am your helper. I am your guide. I am your protector. I am your source of strength. You do not have to face life alone. You do not have to carry every burden alone. You do not have to solve every problem alone. Walk with me, depend on me, trust me, and allow my strength to support you. My child, one day you will look back on the season and understand why it was necessary. One day you will recognize the wisdom you gained. One day you will see the strength that was developed. One day you will understand how I used this season to prepare you for something greater. Until then, continue trusting, continue believing, continue walking forward. Do not quit. Do not surrender. Do not lose hope. The process is producing something valuable within you. My child, continue staying with me through this journey, because every lesson is designed to help you build spiritual strength, practical wisdom, and unshakable faith. These truths are not merely for inspiration. They are meant to be applied in your everyday life. Before I finish speaking today, I want you to take a step of faith. If you believe that God is using your current battles to make you stronger, write "God is strengthening me" in the comments below. Let that declaration remind your heart that your struggles have purpose. Remember this truth: the battle is temporary. The lesson is lasting. The struggle is preparing you. The process is shaping you. And the God who began this work in your life will faithfully complete it. Keep moving forward, my child. You are becoming stronger than you know, and I am preparing you for greater things than you can currently imagine. My child, today I want to speak to you about the season that is ahead. For many of you, I am preparing something new. I am preparing new opportunities. I am preparing new growth. I am preparing new levels of faith. I am preparing new blessings. I am preparing new assignments. But before you can fully step into what is ahead, there are things you must be willing to leave behind. You cannot carry everything from the old season into the new one. You cannot move forward while refusing to release what belongs in the past. You cannot fully embrace what I am doing next while remaining attached to what I have already completed. My child, some of you are carrying old fears. Fears that were created by previous disappointments. Fears that were born from past failures. Fears that developed after painful experiences. And those fears are trying to convince you that the future will look exactly like the past. But my child, the future is not a copy of the past. I am doing a new thing. Do not let yesterday's pain determine tomorrow's expectations. Do not let old wounds define new opportunities. Do not let previous failures prevent future victories. Leave those fears behind. Trust me with the future. Trust me with the unknown. Trust me with the next chapter. My child, some of you are carrying bitterness. You have been hurt. You have been disappointed. You have been treated unfairly. And although time has passed, part of your heart remains trapped in those painful moments. You replay conversations. You revisit offenses. You remember betrayals. And every time you do, the wound remains open. But my child, bitterness is too heavy to carry into a new season. It drains your joy. It steals your peace. It clouds your vision. It keeps your focus on what happened instead of what is possible. I know forgiveness is not always easy. I know healing takes time, but do not allow someone else's actions to continue controlling your future. Release the bitterness. Release the resentment. Release the need to carry that burden. Place it in my hands. Let me handle what you cannot, and allow your heart to become free again. My child, some of you are carrying regret. You think about mistakes. You think about missed opportunities. You think about decisions you wish you could change. And because of those regrets, you struggle to move forward confidently. But hear me clearly, regret was never meant to become your permanent residence. Learn from the mistake. Grow from the experience. Receive my forgiveness, then move forward. Do not spend your life staring at doors that have already closed. Focus on the doors I am preparing to open. My child, there are also some of you carrying limiting beliefs. You believe you are not capable. You believe you are not qualified. You believe you are too old, too late, too weak, or too broken. But those beliefs did not come from me. I do not see you through the lens of your limitations. I see you through the lens of my purpose. I see possibilities where you see problems. I see potential where you see weakness. I see purpose where you see confusion. Stop agreeing with the lies that diminish what I have placed within you. Begin agreeing with my truth. Begin believing my promises. Begin trusting my plan. My child, every new season requires a new level of faith. The faith that carried you through previous seasons will continue to help you. But I am also calling you deeper, deeper trust, deeper obedience, deeper dependence upon me. Because what I am preparing ahead is greater than what is behind. The opportunities will require faith. The blessings will require wisdom. The responsibilities will require maturity. And I am preparing you for all of it. Do not fear growth. Do not fear change. Do not fear the unknown. I will walk with you through every step. I have never abandoned you before, and I will not abandon you now. My child, there are moments when people pray for a new season, but resist the changes necessary to enter it. They ask for growth, but resist discomfort. They ask for blessing, but resist preparation. They ask for breakthrough, but resist transformation. Do not make that mistake. Allow me to shape you. Allow me to teach you. Allow me to refine you. The process may feel uncomfortable at times, but the purpose behind it is beautiful. Everything I am doing is preparing you for what comes next. My child, I want you to enter this new season with expectation. Not fear, not anxiety, not doubt. Expectation. Expect me to guide you. Expect me to strengthen you. Expect me to provide for you. Expect me to open doors according to my perfect will. Expect me to continue working in your life. Because I am not finished, not even close. There is still more healing ahead, more growth ahead, more wisdom ahead, more purpose ahead, more impact ahead, more blessing ahead. Keep your eyes on me. Keep your heart open. Keep your faith strong and continue moving forward. My child, stay with me until the end of this journey, because every lesson is designed to help you walk wisely through life, strengthen your relationship with me, and discover the purpose I have placed upon your life. The truths you learn today can shape your future in powerful ways. And if these messages have encouraged you, strengthened your faith, and helped you grow spiritually, consider sharing them with someone who may need hope today. My child, before I finish speaking today, I want you to take a step of faith. As this awakening grows inside you, know that helping with this mission is not a joke. It is a sign from God. You can support this work through the link in the description or the pinned comment, whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our Ko-Fi community. By doing so, you become part of Jesus' plan to save souls who are still stuck in fog. Every seed turns into light that fights against darkness. If you water others, you will be watered yourself, Jesus says. This is not history, it is a living promise about your future. Come into this moment with faith and a plan. What God has already planned for your life can be unlocked through your giving. If you are ready to release the old and step into the new season, I am preparing for you. Write "I am ready for my new season" in the comments below. Let that declaration become a commitment in your heart. Remember this truth. You cannot change the past, but you can trust me with the future. You cannot rewrite old chapters, but you can walk faithfully into new ones. And the season ahead contains blessings, growth, wisdom, and opportunities that will reveal my goodness in ways you have not yet experienced. Take my hand, my child. Leave the old behind and step forward with confidence, for a new season is beginning, and I'm already waiting for you there, my child. Today I want to speak to you about something greater than blessings, greater than breakthroughs, greater than provision, greater than answered prayers. I want to speak to you about your relationship with me. Because while many people seek my hand, I desire that you seek my heart. Many seek what I can give, few seek who I am. Many come to me when they need help. Few remain close when life becomes comfortable. But my child, the greatest blessing you can ever experience is not something I give you. It is my presence. For when you truly walk with me, everything else begins to find its proper place. Your fears become smaller, your faith becomes stronger, your worries lose their power, your confidence grows, your perspective changes, because you begin seeing life through my eyes rather than through the lens of circumstances. My child, I know there are times when you feel distant from me, not because I moved away, but because life became busy, responsibilities increased, distractions multiplied, schedules became full, and slowly, without even realizing it, less time was spent in my presence. Less time was spent listening. Less time was spent seeking. Less time was spent growing spiritually. I am not speaking these things to condemn you. I am speaking them because I love you, and because I know what happens when my children drift away from the source of their strength. When you neglect your relationship with me, fear grows louder, worry grows stronger, confusion increases, discouragement gains influence, not because I have left you, but because you are trying to navigate life without staying connected to the one who guides you. My child, I never intended for your relationship with me to become a weekly routine. I never intended for it to become an occasional conversation. I desire a daily walk, a daily relationship, a daily dependence, a daily connection. Just as a branch receives life from the vine, you receive strength from remaining connected to me. Without that connection, life becomes heavier than it needs to be. Without that connection, burdens become harder to carry. Without that connection, peace becomes more difficult to maintain. But when you walk closely with me, everything changes. Not because problems disappear, but because you no longer face them alone. My child, some of you spend more time worrying than praying, more time stressing than trusting, more time listening to fear than listening to my voice. And then you wonder why peace feels distant. The solution is not found in trying harder. The solution is found in drawing closer. Come closer to me. Talk with me. Spend time with me. Seek my wisdom. Seek my direction. Seek my presence. You do not need complicated words. You do not need perfect prayers. You do not need impressive speeches. You simply need an honest heart. I already know what you are feeling. I already know what you are facing. I already know what concerns you. Talk to me anyway, because relationship grows through connection. My child, there are things I want to teach you that can only be learned through intimacy with me. There is wisdom I want to reveal. There is guidance I want to provide. There is peace I want to release into your life. But these things are often discovered by those who stay close. The closer you walk with me, the more clearly you recognize my voice. The more clearly you recognize my voice, the more confidently you follow my direction. The more confidently you follow my direction, the less confusion controls your life. That is why your relationship with me matters so much. It influences every area of your life. Your decisions, your relationships, your purpose, your peace, your future. Everything becomes stronger when your foundation is strong. And I am the foundation. My child, I want you to stop thinking of time with me as an obligation. Think of it as an opportunity to receive strength, an opportunity to receive wisdom, an opportunity to receive peace, an opportunity to know me more deeply. Many people spend their entire lives searching for peace in places that cannot provide it. They search through possessions. They search through success. They search through approval. They search through achievement. Yet true peace is found in my presence, because peace is not a place. Peace is a person, and I am always available to you, day or night, in victory or struggle, in confidence or uncertainty, in joy or sorrow. I am available. My child, I also want you to understand that spiritual growth does not happen by accident. It happens through consistent choices. Choosing to trust, choosing to pray, choosing to learn, choosing to obey, choosing to remain faithful, even when emotions fluctuate. Do not wait until life becomes difficult before seeking me. Walk with me during every season. Allow our relationship to grow continually, because the deeper your roots become, the stronger you will stand when storms arrive. My child, there are great things ahead for you. But the greatest gift I can give you is not merely a better circumstance. It is a deeper relationship with me, because circumstances change, seasons change, people change. But my presence remains constant. And if you have my presence, you have what you need to face whatever comes. My child, continue staying with me throughout this entire journey, because every lesson is designed to help you grow spiritually, strengthen your faith, and apply my wisdom to your daily life. Those who remain until the end will gain insights that can help transform the way they live, think, and walk with me. Before I finish speaking today, I want you to take a step of faith. If you desire a deeper relationship with me, write, "Lord, draw me closer" in the comments below. Let that declaration become a prayer from your heart. Remember this truth: the greatest blessing is not found in what I can give you. It is found in walking with me. The greatest peace is not found in perfect circumstances. It is found in my presence. The greatest strength is not found in yourself. It is found in your connection to me. Come closer, my child. Walk with me daily. Trust me completely. And you will discover that the relationship you build with me becomes the foundation for every blessing, every victory, and every purpose I have prepared for your life. I am here, I am near, and I am calling you closer than ever before. My child, today I want to remind you of something that many people forget during difficult seasons. You are not here by accident. You were not created without purpose. You were not placed on this earth merely to survive each day. You were created intentionally. You were designed carefully. You were formed with purpose. Before you took your first breath, I knew you. Before anyone spoke your name, I knew you. Before you faced your first challenge, I knew every detail of your life. And because I knew you, I also prepared a purpose for you, my child. Many people spend their lives searching for purpose in the wrong places. They search for it in success. They search for it in recognition. They search for it in wealth. They search for it in the approval of others. But true purpose is not discovered by chasing what the world values. True purpose is discovered by walking closely with me. The closer you walk with me, the clearer your purpose becomes. The more you trust me, the more confidently you move toward what I created you to do. My child, purpose is not always found in grand moments. Purpose is often revealed through daily faithfulness. Purpose is found in the way you treat people. Purpose is found in the kindness you show. Purpose is found in the encouragement you give. Purpose is found in the faith you demonstrate during difficult times. Do not underestimate small acts of obedience. Do not underestimate simple acts of love. Do not underestimate the influence you have on the people around you. Many lives are changed not through dramatic moments, but through consistent faithfulness. My child, some of you have convinced yourselves that your life is ordinary. You compare yourself to others. You look at people with larger platforms, greater influence, or more visible success, and because of those comparisons, you begin believing that your life does not matter as much. But my child, that is not true. Every life matters. Every act of obedience matters. Every kind word matters. Every prayer matters. Every person matters. The value of your purpose is not determined by how many people see it. The value of your purpose is determined by your faithfulness to what I have called you to do. My child, there are people whose lives will be touched because of your obedience. There are people who will find hope because of your testimony. There are people who will find encouragement because of your example. There are people who will discover strength because of the way you trusted me through difficult seasons. You may never fully understand the impact of your life while you are here, but I see it. I see every seed you plant. I see every prayer you pray. I see every act of faithfulness, and none of it is wasted. My child, sometimes purpose develops through pain. Not because I enjoy your suffering, but because difficult seasons often produce qualities that comfort never could. Compassion grows through struggle. Wisdom grows through experience. Patience grows through waiting. Faith grows through testing. And many times the challenges you overcome become part of the testimony that helps others overcome theirs. Your pain is not your purpose, but I can use your pain to strengthen your purpose. Your struggles are not your identity, but I can use your struggles to shape your character. Your disappointments are not your destiny, but I can use them to redirect your path towards something greater. My child, stop believing that your past mistakes have disqualified you. They have not. If mistakes could cancel my plans, no one would ever fulfill their purpose. I am not limited by your failures. I am not defeated by your weaknesses. I am not surprised by your imperfections. I knew every flaw before I called you. I knew every struggle before I chose you. And I chose you anyway. That is how great my love is for you. My child, some of you are waiting for purpose to arrive. But purpose often grows while you are serving faithfully where you are. Do not wait until everything is perfect before being obedient. Do not wait until every question is answered before taking the next step. Do not wait until fear disappears before trusting me. Move forward with what I have already shown you. Be faithful with what is already in your hands. Serve where you are. Love where you are. Grow where you are. And I will continue revealing what comes next. My child, I want you to stop focusing on what you cannot do and start focusing on what you can do with my help. The enemy wants you focused on limitations. I want you focused on possibilities. The enemy wants you focused on weaknesses. I want you focused on growth. The enemy wants you focused on fear. I want you focused on faith. You are capable of more than you realize, because I am working within you. You are stronger than you think, because my strength supports you. You are more prepared than you feel, because I have been shaping you through every season. My child, there are assignments ahead that require courage. There are opportunities ahead that require faith. There are blessings ahead that require obedience. And I am preparing you for all of them. Do not doubt what I can do through a surrendered life. Do not underestimate the power of faithfulness. Do not overlook the significance of your purpose. The story I am writing through your life is important, and the chapters ahead have not yet been fully revealed. My child, stay with me until the end of this journey, because every lesson is designed to help you discover purpose, strengthen your faith, and apply wisdom to your daily life. What you learn today can influence generations tomorrow. Before I finish speaking today, I want you to take a step of faith. If you believe that God has a purpose for your life, write, "I will walk in my purpose," in the comments below. Let that declaration remind your heart that you were created intentionally. Remember this truth: you are not an accident. You are not forgotten. You are not without purpose. You are not here by chance. I created you with intention. I formed you with love. I called you for a purpose, and I am guiding you toward it, one step at a time. Walk forward with confidence, my child. Your purpose is greater than you realize, and I am preparing you to fulfill it. My child, today I want to speak to you about a key that many people overlook. It is simple. It is powerful. And when practiced consistently, it can transform the atmosphere of your life. That key is gratitude. My child, gratitude is more than saying thank you. Gratitude is a way of seeing. It is a way of thinking. It is a way of living. It is the choice to recognize my goodness, even when circumstances are not perfect. Many people postpone gratitude until everything improves. They tell themselves, I will be thankful when the answer comes. I will be thankful when the breakthrough arrives. I will be thankful when the problem disappears. But my child, gratitude is most powerful when it exists before the answer appears. Anyone can be thankful after the miracle. Faith learns to be thankful before the miracle. Anyone can celebrate after the victory. Faith learns to celebrate my faithfulness during the battle. That is why gratitude strengthens your heart. It shifts your focus. It changes your perspective. It reminds you of what remains instead of what is missing. My child, the enemy wants your attention fixed on what you lack. I want your attention fixed on what you have. The enemy wants you counting problems. I want you counting blessings. The enemy wants you focused on disappointments. I want you focused on my faithfulness, because whatever receives your attention begins influencing your attitude, and your attitude influences how you experience life. My child, there are blessings in your life right now that you may overlook because they have become familiar. The breath in your lungs, the opportunities before you, the lessons you have learned, the strength you have gained, the people who care about you, the ways I have protected you, the prayers I have already answered, the doors I have already opened, the storms I have already brought you through. Do not overlook these things. Do not allow familiarity to make you forget. My goodness, remember where you once were. Remember the battles you once faced. Remember the fears you once carried. Remember the situations that once seemed impossible. And then look at where you are now. You are still here. You are still standing. You are still moving forward. That is evidence of my faithfulness. My child, gratitude protects your heart from bitterness. A grateful heart sees possibilities. A bitter heart sees only problems. A grateful heart recognizes blessings. A bitter heart overlooks them. A grateful heart walks in peace. A bitter heart struggles to find rest. That is why gratitude is so important. It changes the condition of your heart. It changes the way you view life. It changes the atmosphere around you. My child, I know there are things you are still praying for. I know there are answers you are still waiting to receive. I know there are challenges you are still facing. I am not asking you to pretend those things do not exist. I am asking you not to allow those things to become the only things you see. Yes, there may be challenges, but there are also blessings. Yes, there may be struggles, but there are also victories. Yes, there may be unanswered questions, but there are also answered prayers. Train your heart to see both. Train your heart to recognize my goodness in every season. My child, gratitude also strengthens faith. When you remember what I have already done, it becomes easier to trust me with what lies ahead. When you remember previous victories, current challenges appear smaller. When you remember past breakthroughs, present delays become easier to endure. When you remember my faithfulness yesterday, you gain confidence for tomorrow. That is why I want you to develop a habit of gratitude. Not occasionally, consistently, every day. Take time to remember my goodness. Take time to recognize blessings. Take time to thank me for what I have done. Take time to thank me for what I am doing. And take time to thank me for what I will do. My child, there is another reason gratitude is powerful. It keeps your heart humble. It reminds you that every good gift ultimately comes from me. It reminds you that your strength comes from me. Your wisdom comes from me. Your opportunities come from me. Your blessings come from me. A grateful heart remains teachable. A grateful heart remains humble. A grateful heart remains close to me. And those are beautiful qualities to carry through life. My child, some people spend their entire lives chasing happiness while ignoring gratitude, but true joy grows where gratitude is present. Joy is not found by accumulating more things. Joy is found by recognizing the blessings already surrounding you. Joy is found by trusting my goodness. Joy is found by remembering my faithfulness. Joy is found by walking closely with me. That joy can remain even during difficult seasons, because it is rooted in something deeper than circumstances. It is rooted in me. My child, continue staying with me throughout this journey, because every lesson is designed to strengthen your faith, increase your wisdom, and help you live with greater peace and purpose. The truths you are learning can transform not only your thinking, but the way you experience life itself. Before I finish speaking today, I want you to take a step of faith. If you are thankful for my faithfulness in your life, write "Thank you, Lord," for everything in the comments below. Let that declaration become a reminder of my goodness. Whenever challenges arise, remember this truth. Gratitude changes perspective. You are about to enter your divine future. Remember that this message does not end with you. People can use your breakthrough to get where they need to go. Through the link in the description or the pinned comment, whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our Ko-Fi community, you can help this mission. By doing so, you are sowing into the awakening, deliverance, and restoration of souls who are still trapped in darkness. This is not poetry when Jesus says, "Give, and heaven will open over you." Every seed you plant turns into oil for your destiny, fire for your calling, and safety for your family. Now is your time, my child. Have faith, and as you do, watch God multiply what you let go of. Gratitude strengthens faith. Gratitude protects peace. Gratitude opens your eyes to blessings you might otherwise miss. And when you learn to walk with a grateful heart, you'll begin seeing evidence of my goodness in places you never expected. Keep your heart thankful, my child. Keep your eyes open. Keep remembering my faithfulness. And you will discover that even in difficult seasons, there are countless reasons to trust me, praise me, and move forward with hope. My child, today I need you to listen very carefully, because this message is for the part of your heart that feels tired, the part that has been carrying burdens for a long time, the part that has been waiting for answers, the part that has been hoping, believing, praying, and trusting, yet still wondering when things will finally change. I know you are tired. I know you are weary. I know there are moments when you feel like stopping. Moments when you wonder if continuing to believe is worth it. Moments when discouragement whispers that nothing will ever improve. Moments when fear tells you that your prayers are not making a difference. But my child, do not believe those lies. Do not allow temporary emotions to convince you to abandon permanent promises. Do not allow a difficult season to make you forget my faithfulness. And do not give up now. Not now. Not when I have brought you this far. Not when I have carried you through so much. Not when your breakthrough may be closer than you think. My child, one of the enemy's favorite strategies is discouragement, because discouragement weakens confidence. Discouragement steals hope. Discouragement causes people to quit too soon. Many people walk away from blessings because they become tired during the process. Many people stop praying moments before answers arrive. Many people stop believing moments before doors open. Many people stop trusting moments before circumstances begin to change. Do not let that be your story. Stay faithful. Stay hopeful. Stay connected to me. My child, there are things happening behind the scenes that you cannot yet see. I know you wish you could see the whole picture. I know you wish you had every answer. I know you wish you understood every delay. But trust me, I am working. Even when the situation appears unchanged, even when progress seems invisible, even when the waiting feels longer than expected, I am working. The seed grows beneath the surface before anyone sees the harvest. The sunrise begins before anyone sees the light. Preparation often happens in places hidden from view. And that is exactly what is happening in many areas of your life. My child, I need you to remember how far you have already come. Think about the person you were years ago. Think about the fears you have overcome. Think about the lessons you have learned. Think about the battles you have survived. Think about the prayers I have already answered. You are not standing where you once stood. You have grown. You have matured. You have become stronger. You have become wiser. You have become more resilient. And although there is still room for growth, never overlook the progress that has already taken place. The enemy wants you focused on what has not happened yet. I want you to recognize what has already happened, because gratitude strengthens faith and faith strengthens endurance. My child, endurance is important. Anyone can remain hopeful when everything is easy. Anyone can trust when results are immediate. Anyone can believe when circumstances are favorable. But endurance is revealed when challenges continue. Endurance is revealed when answers are delayed. Endurance is revealed when faith must stand without visible evidence. And my child, your endurance is developing something valuable within you. It is developing strength. It is developing character. It is developing perseverance. It is developing a faith that will not collapse when difficulties arise. Do not underestimate what I am building within you. The process is creating qualities that will serve you for the rest of your life. My child, there are people watching your life who may never listen to a sermon, but will notice your example. They will notice how you handle difficulties. They will notice how you respond to challenges. They will notice whether your faith remains strong during uncertain seasons. And through your example, they may discover hope for their own journey. That is why your perseverance matters. You may not realize who is being encouraged by your faithfulness. But I see it. I see every act of obedience. I see every prayer. I see every moment when you choose faith over fear. And none of it is wasted. My child, when you feel tired, come to me. When you feel discouraged, come to me. When you feel uncertain, come to me. Do not isolate yourself. Do not carry everything alone. Do not allow discouragement to become your companion. Allow my presence to strengthen you. Allow my promises to encourage you. Allow my peace to refresh you. You do not have to be strong every moment. You simply need to remain connected to the source of strength. and I am that source. My child, some of you are measuring progress only by visible results. But remember this, not all progress can be seen immediately. Some growth is happening in your heart. Some growth is happening in your thinking. Some growth is happening in your character. Some growth is happening in your relationship with me. Those victories matter too. Do not overlook them. Celebrate growth wherever it appears, because growth is evidence that I am working. My child, continue walking forward one step at a time. Do not become overwhelmed by the entire journey. Focus on today's step. Focus on today's obedience. Focus on today's trust. Tomorrow will arrive with its own grace. Tomorrow will arrive with its own strength. Tomorrow will arrive with its own provision. And when tomorrow comes, I will already be there. My child, stay with me until the end of this journey, because every lesson has been preparing your heart for greater faith, greater wisdom, greater peace, and greater purpose. The truths you are learning today can strengthen you for years to come. Before I finish speaking today, I want you to take a step of faith. If you are choosing not to give up, write, "I will keep trusting God," in the comments below. Let that declaration become your commitment during this season. Remember this truth. You are stronger than you feel. You are growing more than you realize. You are closer than you think, and I am working more than you can currently see. Do not quit. Do not lose heart. Do not surrender to discouragement, for the God who began a good work in you is faithful to complete it. Keep walking, my child. Keep believing. Keep trusting. And soon you will see why I asked you to hold on just a little longer. My child, if you have walked with me through these moments, if you have listened with an open heart, if you have allowed these words to settle deep within your spirit, then I want you to hear me now with greater clarity than ever before. This is not the end. This is the beginning. You may think you have reached the final chapter of this message, but you have not reached the final chapter of your life. In fact, many of the things you have been praying for, believing for, and waiting for are still ahead of you. The story is not over. The journey is not finished. The purpose I placed within you is still unfolding, and the best parts of your testimony have not yet been written. My child, throughout this journey, I have reminded you that you are loved. I have reminded you that you are not forgotten. I have reminded you that your pain has purpose. I have reminded you that your waiting is not wasted. I have reminded you that your breakthrough is coming. I have reminded you that your future remains secure in my hands. Now, I want you to carry these truths with you beyond this moment. Do not leave them behind when this message ends. Live them. Apply them. Remember them. Return to them whenever fear tries to return. Return to them whenever discouragement knocks at your door. Return to them whenever doubt attempts to steal your confidence. Because my truth does not change when your circumstances change. My truth remains. My promises remain. My faithfulness remains. My love remains. My child, there will still be days when life feels difficult. There will still be challenges. There will still be unanswered questions. There will still be moments when you need to trust me without seeing the entire path. But now you know something important. You know that you do not walk alone. You know that I am with you. You know that I am guiding you. You know that I am strengthening you. You know that I am working behind the scenes, even when you cannot see it. And that knowledge changes everything, because when you truly understand that I am with you, fear loses its authority. When you truly understand that I am faithful, worry loses its influence. When you truly understand that I am working for your good, discouragement loses its power. My child, stop looking at yourself through the lens of your weaknesses. See yourself through the lens of my grace. Stop measuring your future by your current circumstances. Measure it by my promises. Stop focusing on what is impossible for you. Focus on what is possible with me. For what is impossible with people remains possible with God. And I am your God, the same God who carried you through yesterday, the same God who is helping you today, the same God who is already waiting in your tomorrow. My child, I know there are still dreams in your heart. Dreams you have not spoken aloud, prayers you continue praying, desires you continue carrying, hopes you continue protecting. Do not abandon them too quickly. Do not surrender them to fear. Do not bury them because of disappointment. Place them in my hands. Trust me with them. Allow me to shape them. Allow me to guide them, and trust that my timing is wiser than your own. Some things are worth waiting for. Some blessings require preparation. Some breakthroughs arrive after seasons of growth. Do not mistake preparation for absence. Do not mistake delay for denial. Do not mistake silence for abandonment. I am present. I am active. I am faithful. My child, I also want you to remember that your life is meant to shine, not for your glory, but for mine. The peace I give you is meant to encourage others. The hope I give you is meant to inspire others. The wisdom I give you is meant to help others. The testimony I am building through your life is meant to strengthen others. Never underestimate the impact of a life surrendered to me. You may never fully realize how many people are watching your example, how many people are learning from your faith, how many people are being encouraged by your perseverance, but I see it and I am using it. Continue walking faithfully. Continue living with integrity. Continue choosing kindness. Continue choosing forgiveness. Continue choosing faith. Continue choosing love. Those choices matter more than you realize. My child, before I finish speaking, I want you to make a decision. Not an emotional decision that lasts for a moment, a genuine decision that shapes the way you live. Choose trust. Choose faith. Choose obedience. Choose gratitude. Choose hope. Choose to keep walking with me, no matter what season comes next, because the seasons will change. Circumstances will change. People will change. But I will never change. I will remain your strength. I will remain your guide. I will remain your provider. I will remain your peace. I will remain your faithful father. And because I remain, you can move forward with confidence. My child, if these messages have strengthened your faith, helped you grow spiritually, and encouraged your heart, continue sharing them with others who may need hope, healing, and encouragement in their own journey. Now, before we finish, I want you to take one final step of faith. If you are ready to walk forward with trust, hope, and confidence in my promises, write, "I will walk with God," in the comments below. Let that declaration become the beginning of your next chapter, and remember this truth above all others. You are loved. You are chosen. You are seen. You are valuable. You are not forgotten. You are not alone. You are not defeated. You are not without purpose. I am with you. I have always been with you, and I will continue to be with you every step of the way. Walk forward boldly, my child. The past is behind you. The future is before you, and I am walking beside you. This is not the end of your story. This is the beginning of a beautiful new chapter. and together we will write it one faithful step at a time. Amen.